Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through your Intro to Musical Theater Day number 3 assignment. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you as always so that you can follow along with me as I'm going through the assignment. So when you open up your assignment today, you're going to see we're still working on TEKS 5B and 5C, which is to develop simple oral and written observations about the different aspects of theater performance and identifying production elements in theater. So that means being able to identify the different parts that make up a musical and describe and write about them and give your opinion on them. And so what we'll be doing today, we're going to start off with our last name, comma, first name, like always. When you get up to the warm-up page, in your class period, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. When you get to the warm-up page, remember to take some time to do some stretching. Even if you can't do the full stretch routine that we usually do in class, take some time, or at least the length of this song, to do some stretches at your seat to kind of get your blood pumping. We can do arm circles, neck rolls, shoulder rolls and shoulder raises, over the head arm stretches. Basically, any kind of stretch you can do at your seat is acceptable to do for the daily stretch. When you move on to the vocal warm-up, you are going to be doing some deep breathing in through the nose. I recommend at least 3 to 5 in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale. A jaw massage, starting by your ears, working your way along your jawline down towards your chin, and then some big face and little face, big and little, big and little. Very good. And then finish off with some tongue twisters, such as rubber baby buggy bumpers, unique New York, you know you need unique New York, and Russian wristwatch, Russian wristwatch, Russian wristwatch, Russian wristwatch. And then you'll type them in the box at the bottom as usual. And then you'll click next. Once you get onto the daily activity page, you're going to see that we're continuing on with musical theater. You will notice that the day on the objective or goal or the today we will slide is wrong. That is because we're playing catch up from last week. You did not get all your assignments from the full week because of testing, benchmark testing. And so we're kind of catching up on some of the things that we missed out on doing last week. So pay no attention to the day on here. Of course, that's wrong. Today is Monday when you're watching this, probably. But this is true. Today we're going to learn about different styles and types of musical theater. And so these are not the only types, but these are types that are pretty common. And so the 5 types we're going to talk about are book musicals, musical reviews, concept musical, jukebox musical, and then rock or pop musical. And so those are the 5 different common types. Just like with regular straight plays, we have different genres. We have comedies and dramas. These are kind of like your different genres of musical theater. Musical theater is a very big, broad category. And so, this is kind of how we split it up into just different types. And so you're going to answer the 2 reflection questions here. You'll list the 5 styles of musicals that I've just talked to you about. And then you're going to type which different type, based on its name, are you most interested to learn about, and make a prediction about what that kind of musical is like. So our first example that we're going to look at today is going to be a book musical. So a book musical is a traditional musical. This is the most common type of musical with a strong storyline that drives the music and the characters. So a book musical is going to be all about the story, the characters, and what happens to them. Just like, it says in its name, the book. A book is a story most of the time. And so that's a good way to remember it, is that if it's a book musical, it's going to focus primarily on the story. Some book musicals are actually based on other plays, novels, or short stories. West Side Story is a very popular musical, and it's an example of a book musical because it's a strong storyline. Each song is based on the feelings of the characters, and it's focused on the characters and their journey. And it's based on William Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet. And so what you'll do is you're going to watch a short performance from West Side Story. They're going to be singing the song called America. And you're going to answer the two questions that follow. What are the two groups that sing in the performance? What do you think the song is about? And do you agree with either one of the two groups that's singing in the video? Why or why not? Once you're done answering those questions, go ahead and pause this video if you need time to write your answer. Next, we're going to talk about a musical review. So a musical review is a collection of songs, generally with some common element or theme. This one is less about the story and more about the songs themselves. So for example, I could do a musical review about love and I would pick all love songs. And so sometimes in a musical review, there's a storyline and sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's just the collection of songs performed one right after another. An example of this kind of musical would be the musical Ring of Fire. It's the perfect example of a review because they perform songs, a selection of songs by the musician Johnny Cash. And so Johnny Cash was a country singer, he's an older country singer, but still very much, very popular, very much listened to today. And so in this musical, it's just about his music. There isn't a book, there isn't really lines. It's just all about the songs. And so you'll watch a performance from Ring of Fire. And then you'll answer the questions about the performance. Describe the general mood, feeling, or style of the performance. And then would you be interested in watching a musical featuring songs all by the same singer or artist, like Johnny Cash? Why or why not? Once you're done answering those questions, we'll move on to the last type of musical we're going to talk about today, which is a concept musical. So a concept musical is a musical where the message or the theme is more important than what happens in the actual story itself. Usually in a concept musical, if there is a common story, it's really not going to be about like the plot, like the events that happen in the story. It's going to be more about what the overall message is. So an example of a concept musical would be Cats. So in the musical Cats, it was also recently made into a movie. So you might have seen that, I'm not sure, but basically Cats is a musical all about different, you guessed it, cats. And so basically in this musical, what happens is the premise is that all of these cats in this city all attend this ball called the Jellicle Ball, where one cat is basically selected and chosen to be taken up to heaven. And it comes around once every year. And so that's basically the whole show. That's basically all that happens in that play. And really what the musical is about is more so than like the journey to get to the ball. It's about each song is about each cat and kind of showing who they are, their personality, and what kind of cat they are. And so it's less about the story and more about just the differences of the personalities of the cats themselves. And so that's why it's a concept musical, because it's based more in the idea that like all these cats are different and have different, personalities, strengths, things like that, than the actual story of like, what happens on the way to the Jellicle Ball. And so what you're going to do here is after you're done watching the short performance of Cats, you're going to answer the questions underneath, which are how do the costumes, music, and dancing help us to understand what the musical is about? And then you'll describe your favorite cat that you saw in the performance. And so if you don't know their name, if you didn't see or hear their name, you can just kind of tell me what the cat looks like. And then the last thing you'll do today is you'll answer your exit ticket question, which is, what are the 3 types of musicals we learned about today? Hint, hint, go back to your little blue-gray slides here, which will show you the different types. Once you're done answering the questions, you'll hit submit, and then that's it. You're done for the day. I hope this video was helpful to you. Remember, you can always reach out to me on Google Classroom comments, Remind, or by popping in on our live sessions during the day. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Remember, today is a great day. You are in control of you, and every day is a great day to try your best. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.